Hello friends. So, will the pot values make a difference to the sound of this guitar? I've heard both, that the pot values does and doesn't make a difference to the sound, but I've never tried it for myself and A/B'd it. So let's do that and find out. I'm hoping it's going to add more brightness, but I'm a little bit worried it's going to add too much, and I'll explain why shortly. If you're bored already, please use the chapters below to skip to the bits. After the A/B test, I'm also going to add some other mods, some lock-in tuners, the Duesenberg Les Trem, possibly a roller bridge, if it fits, and I'm going to restring it with some high quality Elixir strings. This is part 2 in a wee mini-series that I'm doing on this particular guitar, the Mutant Starliner, which is a cross between a Squier Starcaster and a Gretsch Streamliner. If you've not seen part 1, there it is up there. Feel free to watch that and come back. I'll just wait here. Well, if you press pause and open up a new tab, then you can resume here. Right, on you go. Here's an awkward weird face you could pause it on. Welcome back. You didn't even leave, did you? Right, carrying on. This guitar originally came stock with Squier's SQR active pickups, which actually get some decent reviews from the peoples that like that sort of thing. But for me, I prefer more of a vintage type of sound, and we're trying to make this a bit more like a Gretsch. So I got these Gretsch Broadtrons and I had my local guitar tech change them. Shout out to Rod Vaughan at RV Guitar Repairs. Rod works out of my local guitar retailer, Kenny's Music. Shout out to Kenny's Music too. So when I went to pick up this guitar with the new Broadtron pickups, I got a chance to A/B it against the Gretsch Streamliner with the exact same pickups in it. I much prefer the neck feel of the Squier, but the Gretsch still sounded brighter. And better. I'd read before on the internets that some people had managed to successfully change their humbucker pots from 500k to 1 meg to brighten up otherwise muddy sounding pickups. So I thought that seems like a cheap and easy-ish option to try before going for another set of pickups. Then I found out something very interesting. You might already be typing away to put me right about this because I'm daft. I didn't know. But anyway, it turns out that active pickups usually come stock with 250k pots. Who knew? Which is likely to present a darker tone from passive humbuckers, which should be 500k. But I'd already ordered the 1 meg pots. So we're going to find out if I went too far. I've got a feeling this might end up sounding way too shrill. Let's find out. By the way, I'm really terrible at soldering. That's why I pay Rod to do it, so please don't laugh at this next bit. Here we go! Okay, slight change of plans due to my failure to plan properly. The shafts on the 1 meg pots were too short, so I just ordered 500k pots instead with longer shafts, and that's what I'm installing here now. So we're not doing the 1 meg pots, as it's the 25k ones in here already, so it should still make a big difference to the sound. Now this here is the epitome of all the gear and no idea. I've got the soldering iron, the bench cookies, guitar mat, neck cradle and the helping hands, but I still absolutely suck at soldering. So I had to stop filming this part as I was totally stressing out here. I did get it done, but it was not pretty at all. Now for the A/B test. The amp settings will be the same, they don't really matter too much, as long as you can hear the difference between the two. Now, for the moment of truth. Okay, I don't know about you, but I think that's a massive improvement and it's way closer to what I was looking for. What did you think? Better or worse? Let me know in the comments. Since this project, I've also acquired a set of Gretsch pickups from a Gretsch Electromatic, which is a bit more typical of a Gretsch sounding pickup, but I'm still waiting on the ring mount adapters coming from StuMac. So that should definitely make it sound more Gretsch-y. Gretsch-y. Adjective. Resembles a Gretsch instrument in either appearance or sound. For example, my oh my, that Les Paul sounds very bright. It's almost Gretsch-y. But I think I might save those pickups for something else. I think I'd still rather have another set of humbuckers, which are known for their brightness, but they're not too hot, with the 4 wires so that I can do the coil splits with a push-push on the tone control. Let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations for something suitable. Cheers for that. Okay, let's add the other mods. Since I got this guitar last year, I've been dying to get these stock strings off. That's them off. Great. Snip the ends here. I don't want to scratch the finish. Okay, now it's time to remove the old string tree. Usually I'd prefer to use the original screw, but this one was too thin for the new tree, which is the Graphtech TUSQ XL self-lubricating tree. I highly recommend these, super easy mod to do, and if you have a well cut nut but still get tuning issues when you do bends or you use your trem, these will likely help. A lot. I like to buy the nut and string tree set when I see it on sale, usually for about £15 is a good price. I'll put a link in the description. If you use the link, I could earn up to several pence as a kickback, and it won't cost you anything more. Nice wee way to help out the channel there if you like. Next, I'm taking this opportunity to polish the frets. I use this wee D'Addario pack. I think it's just a really fine sandpaper. You could probably just buy that grade paper for way less. Right, that's all the frets done. Look how much filth has come off these frets, and it's been practically unplayed. I've been a bit reluctant to play this guitar until it's been modded to my liking. I'm a bit weird like that. Moving on to the locking tuners. First we've got to remove the old ones. These were on really tight. Too tight if you ask me. What I'm putting on here is a set of Cort branded staggered locking tuners. What I'm showing you here is that I decided to go with the original black Squier washers, as I kinda like the black and chrome mix, a theme that's mirrored elsewhere on the guitar. With the tuners being staggered, I can get away with just the one string tree, as the posts for the 3rd and 4th strings are shorter, reducing that break angle. There we go, looking pretty snazzy I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Right, time for the bridge mods. Let's take off that original bridge. I tried this chrome one with the roller saddles, but the holes were too big for the posts. You can see it moving around here. This is no good, as you can see by my hand signs here. X-Men. Luckily, I had another one. This black one also with roller saddles. There's that black and chrome combo again, matching with the pickups and ring mounts too. This one fit perfect, evident here with the cursory thumbs up, which may or may not be an attempt at subliminal messaging. Okay, now removing the stop bar so we can put on the Duesenberg Les Trem II. I love this bridge. I've got one on my Fender Starcaster too. The best thing is that it's really easy to install, as you can see here. Even I can do it. It's not invasive at all, no drilling holes etc, and it's completely reversible. Let's just give that a wee wipe. Have a wee wipe under here too. Oh wait, hold on a minute, you missed a bit. There you go, that's better. Okay, so we just place the washers on here. And then we'll line up the trem and we'll screw it in. And then tighten it up. Job done. And then one final wee wipe. Now it's time for my favourite part, new strings. I love Elixir strings. I especially love this 3-pack when it's on sale and works out about £10 per set. I'll put a link for that in the description too. Use it if you like. Job done. Okay, so it's almost perfect. Next I've got to find out an option for the pickguard. I'm after a reddish brown Cort type thing, going for something like this. Please let me know if you have any suggestions for the pickguard because I'm a bit stuck on how to go about this one. I might also change the knobs to something a bit more interesting. Right, so what do you think so far? Have I just ruined a perfectly good guitar? What's your mod stories? Have you ever tried to splice two guitars together and succeeded or failed? I mean, sometimes it works quite well. Look at the Cabranitas or the Les Pauls with P90s. Or other examples I can't think of right now. Coming up in part 3. Quite a bit of time has passed since I filmed part 1 of this video, and even some parts of this video too. You can probably tell by the dodgy lighting, and since then I've had some other ideas. I think I'm going to stick with these pickups for now, but I might want to add in a third style of guitar to splice with.
Here comes a new challenger!
So we've already got the Duesenberg trem on here instead of the Bigsby like you would normally have in a Gretsch, and in the Starliner name we already have the word star. So I'm starting to like the idea of taking the pickup configuration from the Duesenberg Star Player TV, which would basically mean changing to a P90 in the neck. I'm thinking about it, but then I might have to call it the Starliner TV. Anyway, putting that to one side, I've also got a cool selection of knobs to try out. Then, it's the most controversial part, the fretboard block inlay decals. The majority of the feedback in the comment section from the part 1 video suggested don't do the decals, but some people want to see it, and I kind of want to see it too. I got these fret look ones, which are supposed to be good, and they're just decals, and they're advertised to be quite easily removed. So if I don't like them, I'll take them off. Alright? Okay, well, thanks for watching to the 3% of you that got this far. If you've got any value from this, please consider giving it a wee thumbs up. Apparently that helps something. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, then please consider doing that too. It's very good for my fragile ego. I basically measure my life's value based on the amount of YouTube subs, because that's healthy. That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? Right, so, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later.